Hey everybody, it's David and Brian here with Greenwood Estates Realty, bringing you May's top burning questions in real estate. So let's jump right into our first question, which is, what's the market doing now? Now, overall, we would tell you that it's a strong seller's market for all newly listed properties. We'll give you an example of a recent listing we had over in Centennial, wherein we had 4 offers within 24 hours. We had 10 plus showings, and we had a lot of competing offers, which drove the price up over 3% above the list price, which resulted in some happy sellers.
Yeah.
So it's one example of just how strong the market currently is for sellers.
And that was at the $700,000 price point, right, David?
Yes, correct.
Which is also, I think, being reflected in lower prices on up into the luxury market.
Yep. And then how about in 3 months? That's the other question we're getting, is what's the market going to be like as we move towards summer?
Yeah. So what does the data show? So if you were to go back over the last 8 years, using our friends over at Denver Metro Association of Realtors statistics, which are probably the best statistics we know in the Denver metro area, it says in almost every single year, the highest sold prices for that year are properties that close in May and June. What does that mean? Well, we know that the average transaction takes 4 weeks to close. So for homes that max out in value in May and June, those properties are listed and go under contract in April and May. So April and May are the best months for sellers to list their homes to get the most value. Now, we know that the market will start really slowing down come July. Why is that the case? Well, the statistics show us that the worst month to close a property, if you're a seller, is going to be September. So we know that properties listed and going under contract in August is the worst time of the worst month of the year in order to sell. Now, something that David and I like to tell our sellers is that you start to see the market slowing down in June, you start to feel the market slowing down in July, and you start to really feel the pain of the slow market come August.
Yeah. So definitely consider that as you plan to sell your home in 2023. All right, now for our second question, which is, how do I comp out my property to appeal my new property tax evaluation? So there's really 3 components to your value. The first is obviously going to be your square feet, your total finished square feet of your property. The second is your location, and the third are your finishes.
Absolutely. And so each of those 3 components, square footage size, location, and finishes, contribute approximately 1/3 of your property's value. Now, once you identify the 3 components of value and compare your property to other sold comps in your area, the next important thing is to understand the proper adjustment for each of those 3 components. Now, we won't spend any time really going into the detail for each of those 3 components, but we encourage you, if you have questions, reach out to us because we can tell you what the penalty of a property is that backs, say, to Hamden Avenue, which is about 20%, by the way, versus a home that has a premium because it has mountain views. We also can tell you things like, okay, property condition on this home is not very good, or finishes are pretty dated relative to your property that might be renovated. Give you a valuation adjustment for that.
Yep. And you may or may not be sure if it's worth contesting your upcoming property assessment, which is again why we encourage you to reach out to us. We can do some of the pre-work for you and let you know if it is worth contesting. Now, if these aren't your burning questions, reach out and we're always happy to discuss your specific situation and help you navigate this real estate market. Until next month, have a great day.